Since 2002, since 2022 rather, there have been a need for major banks all over the world to have their core banking applications to be compatible with ISO 2022. What I mean by being compatible is that their systems, their back office system and the likes should be able to initiate and create ISO 222 messages as well as receive ISO 222 messages. In this video, we are going to be looking at a tool that allows you to pass through the generated message to be sure that it meets the required format, because it's one thing to claim to generate ISO 222 messages, another thing for you to be generating it following the right processes. And if you are not following the right process, it can affect your business. It can slow down your businesses, the business of the bank, the business flow. So I'll be sharing my screen now. First, I'll be introducing us to a solution. So it's actually an enterprise solution, but there's a demo version which can be extended to become enterprise. So let me share my screen so that we can see the documentation for that solution. I believe you can see my screen now. So this is from payment components, and this is very, very flexible. I think that's one thing I like about this tool. So the payment component, they have a validation library that they maintain, and they allow people connect to it, and you can perform several validation procedures of different types of ISO 222 messages. And you can easily modify it for whatever message that you want. And they explain clearly in the documentation how to go about doing that modification. And even within the code, you are going to see how you can do that. So it's pretty clear. So I just wanted us to know where it is from before we go to Java. So I'll be going to Eclipse. So we are on Eclipse now. So you can see over here, I can choose the based on the type of payment and the category of transaction I want to make to determine which of the validation tests I want to do. So you can see SEPA, which is more for EU countries. You can see SWIFT. So they are all based on SWIFT, but for different industries. So SWIFT MX is the one that really, really applies a lot to Africa, to Nigeria in particular. So let me just go through this. So this is a pack 002 message. So let's go to the message. The message should be down. Yeah, so this is a sample message pack 002. You can replace it with whatever message you have also. Pack 002. Pack 002 is for status report or something. So this is what we want to test. So this is invalid, but we just want to run it. So before we even get to this, so after the link I showed you, so you need to download the zip file. So if you want to run it, download the zip file, then come over to Eclipse. So you must have installed Eclipse. Come over to Eclipse, go to File, go to Imports, then go to from an existing Maven project. Then when it's time to choose a directory. There's a POM file. So the folder that hosts the POM file is what you should select. So if the POM file is in a folder um called, let's say, Frank. So it's Frank that will be selected as your folder. So even if there are other folders in there, but as long as the POM file is sitting as a file in that folder called Frank, that's what should be selected. And you also need to download the jar file. So there's a jar file from that page. So I think I should just show us that. Um, there's a jar file. Yeah, this is the jar file. You need to click on it and install it. You need to click on it and download it rather. Then after downloading it, you need to attach it to your project. So you attach jar files to your project by coming over here, go to build parts, come over to configure build parts, then under libraries, then you need to click to add external jar. So you can see I've added the jar file over here. You can see it here. I added it, external jar. Then you apply and close. That's what you need to do to set this up. I hope it's clear. If anything is not clear, please feel free to leave messages. If you have issues setting it up, just let me know. It's pretty straightforward. Just remember two things. The first thing is your POM file. The second thing is your jar file. Once you have those two in place, you can easily work with this application. So I want to run this. So I'm passing and I'm validating this pack002 message. So it would run schema validation based on pack002 XSD file and also some business rule based on what Swift MX provides. So let me right click. I just want to run this file alone. Run as Java application. Yeah, so it's running. It's connecting to the validation library based on the plugins that have been attached. I hope you can see my console. Yeah, so you can see message is invalid and the errors are as follows. Error, blah, 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 blah. You can see why this message is not a valid pack002 message. So if, let's say, the accountant or the banker wants to initiate this transaction based on this message, if he can run this validation beforehand, he would know that it wouldn't be successful. So that's why we really do this validation. So let me run another one, just one more. So let's do, so this is the valid one. So I do not want to run the valid one. Let me go to SEPA EBA. Okay, so um see this. Yeah, so let's work with this. Let's work with this and see if this will be valid. Let's work with this. So usually I can also or better still, what I should do is let's work with the valid one. Let's see the valid one so that we'll just compare the results. Yeah, let's run the valid one. So before we run the valid one, let's work with this SEPA. Let's work with this SEPA. So let me run this SEPA. Before I work with the valid one. Yeah, so we can see from here over here, message is valid. So it shows that this one is valid. So if you have a message, you can replace what we have here with what you want to pass. And also you can also direct this to a link to your XML file also. Can add your XML file as a link over here too. So this is also the valid one for the MX. So I believe this video is informative. So it's all about ensuring that your core banking application follows the documentation of ISO 222. If you like this video, don't hesitate to subscribe to this channel. Have a nice day.